Welcome, Cancer. This is Regina from Pacific Tarot, getting ready to do your second quarter April, May, June reading. And I pulled the Hermit as the general energy for the second quarter of this year. The Hermit is about you stepping back into a consideration about the things that you've learned and ways that you can practically implement new tools and strategies into the improvement of your experience on the daily routine habitual level. So in some ways, this is about new habits and new routines, but it's about seeing yourself and supporting yourself for who you actually are. There's a huge increase in your sense of confidence and self-authority, so that you're recognizing the worthiness of being who you are, that you've earned the right to be who you are. You've created yourself and the principles that you stand for and represent. So this is important at this time because you're actually reestablishing yourself as an independent, autonomous authority from those who may have defined you or surrounded you in the past. This is a general reading, Cancer, so it isn't going to resonate for all of you. If you're interested in a personal reading, information for that is in the description box below. Welcome to all of you new and familiar. And I appreciate the time that you're spending with me. So for April, you have the Empress card. What a beautifully empowering energy. This is technically the planet Venus, which rules over Taurus and Libra, but I'm feeling this as an explication of your personally warm, intuitive, powerful energy. When I think of Cancer, I think of the crab. I think of the body, the tender stomach as the majority of the sensory system for you, and that you are so open up to being in attunement with your environment and with others around you. And that's much of the energy I'm feeling from this Venus card. In particular, I know that Venus is retrograde or soon to be. So this is really talking about an opportunity for you to reconfirm your intuition, your sensitivity, your empath abilities, and to know that you have the power and the wisdom to know when you are in perfect attunement. And I feel like your sense of self is the new authority that you're experiencing. And this can be as a result of recovery of some sort, of responding to an injury in a very healthy, empowering way, one in which you accept your personal and physical limitations, but that by no means diminishes. In fact, it almost feels as though it's amplifying your spiritual, intuitive, sensory, emotional capacity and abilities in the world. In May, the Page of Wands is describing a time when you will be really interested in exploring some of the new direction that you are being excited by, some of the new connections that you're making with yourself. It gives strong validation to the idea that you are gaining more in terms of your spiritual connectedness to the world, towards your excitement, being inspired, allowing yourself to explore and discover new aspects of yourself and the world around you. So this actually feels like a time when you are receiving the benefits of the recovery or the rehab or the improvements in your physical and emotional domestic environment. And as a result of that, you are feeling better. You're feeling your energy rising, and you're excited about new adventures that you are planning to explore, that you're inspired to learn about. In the month of June, we have the Knight of Wands, and this is really showing a much greater emboldenment on your part as you are exploring new interests, new aspects. Your energy continues to rise, and you are bold, excited, almost electric energy that I'm feeling as you grow in terms of your capacity to identify the things that really light you up and pursue those fearlessly. Your energy is contagious, and it is inspiring others around you, but it's in pursuit of your mission, your interests, your desires, which can be very distinct from the way in which you have been have designed or have pursued your interest in the past that were not solely yours. You pursued interests in many cases in support of someone else. And I do feel that although you're never going to stop being empathetic to others, sensitive to their needs, willing to help, nurture, support them, you're really coming from a more a greater sense of autonomy, that you need to fill your own heart, be inspired, be clear about your own spiritual vision as a precursor to supporting others. And as a result of this, you're kind of creating a following for your interests, for your pursuits, maybe joining groups, clubs, organizations as part of exploring things that bring you pleasure and inspire you. I'm going to pull an oracle card and hope that this reading is resonating for you so far, Cancer. If so, please like this video, share this with others if you feel inclined to do so, and subscribe to my channel, Pacific Tarot. I appreciate all the ways that you support me in whatever ways those are. And I pulled a success card for you, Cancer. I know that there is no greater goal than to love. And I really do feel like your understanding of love has expanded so greatly in nurturing, caring for yourself, pulling yourself back into through a recovery, into a state of uh, um, better health, better awareness, clear, more honest sense of your own limitations, which in that way gives rise to the determination to spend your time on things that give you pleasure, joy, that uplift you, that expand your vision. You're anxious to learn. And in that way, even physical limitations can be a motivation for you to experience your mobility into in the world in new and different ways. So I'm going to clarify the Empress in April with the Lady of Staffs. That's the Queen of Wands and the Hierophant card. So this is yet another wand. We've gone from Page to Knight to Queen of Wands here. And this is exciting because it's really giving credence to the notion that you are pursuing some new discovery of yourself. You're experiencing the world differently as you have accepted that you have manifested some fundamental changes in your outlook, in your definition of domestic support, love, comfort, the people that you surround yourself with. You're very careful to not allow yourself to fall behind the lead of others. I think that's important, and that's very distinct from supporting others. You understand the difference, and you may have felt yourself obligated to play a role in the past that no longer fits you, you have no interest in pursuing, and instead a bolder, fiery version of yourself is emerging. And this is, as you can imagine, because of the process of recovery you have undergone, you have committed to the sense of your own independence, really mining the lessons you've learned and sharing those with others. And this can be done in so many ways, but you're acknowledging that your rites of passage have made you something of a teacher, at least a mentor to others who very much are impressed by your power, your presence, and your incredible warmth. Remember, this is clarifying the Empress card, which is, in my view, the emblem of love, active love. In May, the Page of Wands is clarified by the Fool card and the Empress again. This is incredible and beautiful, and I feel like you're going someplace in May. You're planning on going somewhere. You can be taking a class. That's absolutely a possibility. You can be yourself becoming a student, but whatever it is, I feel like some particular skill or talent you have, you are harnessing it and you're sharing it with the world in some way that you never would have expected that you would pursue this talent, this gift that gives you joy, that makes you feel loving and loved, that sparks all the layers of your creativity and sensuality around being good to yourself, rewarding yourself for the incredible work you do all the time, your incredible achievement regarding your life, your domestic environment, your family. You're no longer dependent on the opinions of others. It just rolls off your back. And this is so incredibly powerful. I can't wait to hear what is happening for many of you this spring. In June, the Knight of Cups is clarified by the Three of Staffs and the Warrior of Swords. Now I feel you're beginning to build a project. I think you're forming a group, a club, starting a business, taking up a community project, running a soup kitchen. There's some concrete project that you are finding your way around at this time. And by that I mean making those contacts, getting those ideas, checking out what other people are doing as a way of finding comfortable ways to join in and participate in ways that don't overwhelm you. This is in part because you almost don't know what to do with the energy that you're experiencing right now. This is a very positive expansion of the self. However, I also think that it relates to this idea that you're reaching some limit of former self-extension, physical limit. You're understanding what you don't know about something that is important to you, something that you can have an impact on, something you can contribute to or participate in a meaningful way. You're taking notes, you're observing, and that may be where you're getting your ideas from, what others are doing. These are allies. These are people that share your principles, your goals. And so their ideas you're taking note of. You're watching what others are doing. It's so interesting that I see you in this dual teaching and learning role. Well, of course, teaching and learning are part of the same dynamic. But the commitment to the dynamic of learning is, I think, what is critical here. And part of being able and willing to learn is understanding what you don't know. I'm going to finish up this reading, Cancer, with a talisman oracle. And I have pulled Destiny. Wow. We did have the Fool card appear. I'm going to look this up and read from the guidebook. Destiny. And it is described as social limitations and negative bias trick our subconscious into believing we are not able to achieve our desires. We're taught to hide our unique nature to fit into the environment around us. Those coping skills keep us safe and acclimated to avoid danger, but they rob us of the power of positive manifestation. By training the mind to pay attention to the positive, we feed our subconscious mind the belief that we can create our destiny and propel ourselves forward. Our minds can be free when we use this key that we've carried on our back all along. We own the power to change the narrative. Use this card when you need to shake the negative thoughts that are holding you back. We can't control the actions of others, but we can change our perspective. Envision having a chain of keys and trying a few to unlock the cage. How does it feel to finally find the right key? Feel the presence of the cage and armor dissolve as you notice the gentle breeze of freedom on your skin. And the mantra, of course, is I am free. So thank you, Cancer, for this lovely reading. If you enjoyed this content, there's more here for your further enjoyment. Until next time, namaste.